I'm Wendy Rutledge, and this is Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. Here is what is straight ahead in this week's Island News. Crowds of admirers and well-wishers gather to honor the much-beloved outgoing mayor of Palm Beach, Gail Coniglio. You'll hear their glowing tributes. It's official. The new mayor of the town of Palm Beach kicks off her first official council meeting. We'll hear from newly sworn-in Mayor Donnie Moore. Say hello to a new face on the council and welcome back to a familiar one. What are their goals and aspirations for Palm Beach? COVID-19 remains a threat to the health and well-being of Palm Beachers, what town leaders recommend and what they warn against. Parking on our small island is a constant challenge and to many a source of endless frustration. We'll show you some of the recommended improvements under consideration, and you'll see how the town is working to allow as much outdoor seating as is safe in this time of increased demand for al fresco dining during the continuing months of the pandemic. It's all coming up next on Palm Beach TV. The day was sparkling, the praise effusive toward Gail Coniglio and the 10 years of service she gave to the town of Palm Beach as its mayor.
This may be one of the most special days of my life as we stand here to honor my close friend, Gail Coniglio, proclaiming today, the 13th of April, 2021, as Mayor Gail L. Coniglio Day.
And so it began, 9 a.m. on a bright, warm, sunny day in paradise, as a large crowd of family, friends, and fans, including dignitaries like Congresswoman Lois Frankel, gathered to honor Mayor Gail Coniglio's decades of distinguished public service.
How bittersweet it is today that we say goodbye to Gail after 14 or 15 years of service.
Of all that you have accomplished both in your family life and professionally, what is remarkable to me is that you do it all with your heart, not just with your amazing brain.
If being mayor was an Olympic sport, you win the gold medal.
You set such a terrific example for us, Gail. And in going forward, I will think of you, and I will think of the wisdom you've imparted on us, of your goal of compromise.
I got to sit next to Gail for the last 3 years and learn the ways and means of how the council actually operates. My shins are sore from having been kicked beneath the table by Gail for wandering too far off topic.
Whether it's a town employee, restaurant employee, or even a stranger, Gail's the person who shows up when it really matters.
Although it would be unfair and unwise for me to compare you with those other mayors, as each of them had their own strengths and qualities, I can say this: your work on behalf of the town, your sacrifices and selflessness on behalf of the town and its residents is unparalleled.
The mayor has always made a point to connect with the employees and acknowledge the effort and the work that they put into making this town great.
So many of our employees have been impacted by Gail Coniglio to the point where we had to get a second card. Then we had to get a third card. Then we had to get a fourth card. So Mayor, I'd like to present to you these cards, these thank you cards on behalf of the town employees.
As the mayor was receiving her cards from town employees, sirens began to blare in the distance. An emergency? No way. A parade.
Wow. Who knew we had this many vehicles? I know that you are in the capable hands of Mayor Donnie Moore and leadership of the town council members to carry forward the legacy found in our beloved Palm Beach.
With the blessing of departing Mayor Coniglio and the officiating of Judge Lisa Small, one by one, first incoming Mayor Danny Moore, flanked by her mother and 2 daughters, was sworn into office. Next, Ted Cooney, filling the Group 1 seat on the town council. And re-elected council member Julie Ariskog, embarking on her 2nd term on the Palm Beach Town Council. It's a new day under new leadership for the Palm Beach Town Council. How will this newly configured body move forward?
Wow, I'm not sure I ever thought I'd be sitting in this seat in front of photos of both my father and my mother.
Newly elected Mayor Danny Moore referring to her mother, Leslie Smith, and her father, Earl Smith, both past mayors of the town of Palm Beach.
There is no one I know that is more gracious than you are, who is more statesmanlike than you are, and who is so capable of taking the town forward.
What lies ahead is top of mind to council members, several of whom expressing a growing concern that the town of Palm Beach is under what some are calling growth pressure.
Palm Beach, which is an entirely built out residential community and unique not only in Florida but in the world, must be extremely careful to manage our already fully built out town and to preserve its character, ambience, and yes, the exclusive nature of our unique residential neighborhoods.
At stake, the very quality of life that is most prized by town residents.
And all the residents are coming forward to us and saying, protect our neighborhoods. We are getting these huge homes that are out of scale. We're losing the charm. We're losing the character of the town. And I think it's essential that we all really look at this.
We are at an odd place with the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, more and more people are getting vaccinated. At the same time, the variants are right here among us. So what are our town leaders telling us to do right now? The townwide curfew, imposed from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., will be enforced for another month. That is thanks to the continued presence of COVID-19 on the island and throughout the county. In the past week, another 19 Palm Beachers tested positive for the virus, totaling 618 cases on the island since the start of the pandemic. With the county's weekly positivity rate coming in at 6.5%, which is well above the desired 5% or less to enable effective contact tracing, town leaders are asking all of us to stay the course.
The worst thing is that the fact that a lot of people have been vaccinated has given people a false sense of protection, all over the place. So folks that are not vaccinated feel like, oh, it's much safer. And for them, it is not. We want to stop the spread. We can't let our guard down right now. We need to still continue our face masks, practice social distancing and good hand hygiene.
It's kind of obvious, but on this very small island, parking is a very big problem, especially with all the cars, the delivery vans, the work trucks. Tough problem to solve. But our town leaders have some new ideas.
The 3 key drivers of parking we learned about are, number 1, beaches, and we can certainly sense that, and even more so during season. Number 2, restaurants, especially the valet operations. And number 3, retail.
Simply put, parking near and at the beach is highly sought after and in short supply. Parking near restaurants, same thing. Coveted, but hard to find. And then there's retail, where in the case of Worth Avenue is almost entirely taken by the people who work there, not the shoppers who patronize those stores.
Oftentimes you can drive down that street at 10 or 10:30 in the morning and all those parking spots are taken. And it's not by customers.
Top on the list of recommended actions to be taken by the town to tackle this problem is the concept of a centralized curbside valet system.
The idea is, instead of having people circling blocks to try to find parking spaces, creating traffic, creating congestion, and creating bad pollution, we want them to get to these controlled locations and then we simply would use these spots that already exist.
It turns out there are available parking spaces all over town, spaces that just are not currently being used.
There are a lot of above-ground parking lots in this town, almost 100, and many of which are underutilized as a resource for handling some of the parking problems that we have, and we're just not using them.
As a step one toward tackling the behemoth of a problem called parking, Council just approved a plan to search for a valet company to partner with the town. The concept would be to create the centralized curbside valet system at 3 key locations: South County Road, Royal Poinciana Way, and Worth Avenue. Other recommended parking solutions include increased placard parking and hourly rates in key locations and adding paid parking by the beach. We'll keep you posted as these recommendations are addressed. Finding a table outside at a Palm Beach restaurant is considered a score. Some of these restaurants do have available space outside, but others actually need to use the public sidewalk. And that is the challenge of the Palm Beach Town Council, with issues like liability and safety to consider. Outdoor seating at island restaurants was a COVID-19 inspired trend, a trend many have grown to enjoy and would like to continue, even expand. But despite its popularity, council members project a possible downside.
We do not want to be, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, a regional restaurant and bar destination for the county. We do not.
A concern echoed by several residents speaking out both in person and remotely on this issue.
All the residents that I've spoken to have said that they're very concerned about the town being overrun with parking and traffic and tourists.
The comment I got more frequently was, I don't want Palm Beach to become Delray Beach.
The town took no action regarding expansion of outdoor seating at restaurants, pledging to move cautiously on this somewhat complex issue. A lot of us have heard of tennis elbow, but many of us don't realize a very common cause of it, and that is this week's WOW, Word on Wellness.
I'm at the rec center with head tennis pro Dan Minnick, and I've asked him what the #1 injury seems to be in tennis and one tip that people can do to try and avoid that injury.
One of the common injury in tennis is tennis elbow. People are using different type of strings and different tension, and that can cause the pain in the elbow. Sometimes they overuse the racket and they play a lot of tennis, and stiff strings like polyester strings can definitely hurt your elbow. Tension is very important. There is a range. Every racket has that recommendation, what will be the best to string the racket, and we always give the best advice, to people. Depends on their game, depends on what they're looking, maybe power or they're looking for control. Soft strings, they have more power, and we always highly recommend this type of strings, NXT Sensation, to use if they want to prevent and not to have any problem with the tennis elbow.
Thank you so much. It's always great to learn how to avoid injury.
That wraps up the Palm Beach TV newscast for this week. We thank you for watching. We do have this important bulletin for our members. All current Palm Beach Civic Association members and directors are receiving an official notice and proxies for the Civic Association's virtual annual meeting in their mailboxes this week. The annual meeting is coming up on Friday, April 30th at 10 a.m. While everyone is invited to attend virtually, current members and directors are asked to vote by proxy in advance. Information is also available at our website, palmbeachcivic.org. This year's meeting will include the Town Beautification Award and the Wright Award for Outstanding Leadership, and our new mayor's first State of the Town address. So if you are not a member of the Palm Beach Civic Association, we hope you'll join us. If you are a member, please remember to renew. So that's it for Palm Beach TV, a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association, where membership matters.